Miguel, what are you doing?
What?
I think you'd know better by now. You can't put a cold lemonade can on these cast iron surfaces in the shop. Get out of here. Go away. Go away. Don't ever come back. All right, obviously, hopefully that was obvious. We staged this for your benefit. Here's the deal. When these cans come out of the refrigerator and the environment is warm, of course, what happens is they start dripping moisture on the outside of the can. Same thing can happen with a hot coffee mug. When you set it on the cast iron, it can cause water rings in the cast iron very quickly. So, for your benefit, we're going to let that sit there. We're going to watch the clock, and we're going to have this water ring develop so you can see what can happen here. And then we'll talk a little bit about taking care of that so you can get rid of the water ring if somebody ever does put their can on your saw. So let's see what happens here. Well, we lollygagged and drank coffee for about 10 minutes. Now I can see there's a ring here. In fact, there's a dot there where there's a little rust formed already. So there's my ring. There's that rust spot. So the problem is obvious. You set down anything that's going to sweat, and you can get these rings. Now, 10 minutes is a pretty long time. I've seen this happen in just seconds, mostly in the summertime when it's really, really hot, and that can just drips right now. So now, problem is we've got the ring. What do? What I'm going to do is give it a shot of liquid wrench product. So this is something I use when I'm working on the car as a rust buster. And then a little real fine sandpaper. This is 500 grit sandpaper wrapped on a block so it stays nice and flat as opposed to just handheld. And then to prevent this in the future, yell at your shop buddies, Miguel, and tell them not to put cans on your cast iron, and seal the cast iron with tool-specific sealers like this one. So you can get this stuff at woodworking retail stores. You can find it online. What this will do is leave behind a lubricant. Once it's had a chance to dry, wipe that off and buff it out. In addition to the lubricant, it seals the cast iron. So, in fact, parts of this saw that we tried setting the can on earlier, it wouldn't leave a water ring because I always have a layer of this stuff on top of my saw. So we cleaned a spot off here just for you so we could do this little experiment. So, hey, keep your can off my saw. Make sure you don't get those rust rings. Once you've cleaned them up, seal the saw. You're going to be good to go. Make sure that your tools don't have water rings or any other kind of watermarks on them.